Happy Monday, everyone, and welcome to ModGolf Live. I'm your host, Colin Weston, and today we're in the holiday spirit here. We are going to be talking about fun gifts for you, not only you, but even more importantly, all those people on your holiday gift list. Something to slide under that tree here, a present that will make someone's golf life way more fun. On ModGolf since day one, over 8 years ago, one of the overarching pillars is make golf more fun. You know, golf is so serious. Golf is hard. Golf is all those things. But hey, if you're not having fun out there, you know what? Why are you doing it in the first place? So our guest today is Wayne Cimperman, and Wayne is the president of Vegas Golf, the game. And before I get Wayne on here, I'm going to do what we normally do on our Mondays here with ModGolf Live. And I realize it's not morning time, but my Monday morning musings. I guess it's really Monday afternoon musings, but that doesn't sound quite as good as Monday morning musings. So I'm sticking with Monday morning musings here. And I've just got one musing to share. And that was a podcast episode and YouTube video I released last week. And that was my 18 top holiday gift picks for under $150. And I already knew that I was going to have Wayne on here with Vegas Golf, the game. And Wayne emailed me right afterwards. He's like, hey, why was I not on that list? And I went, well, Wayne, because you're going to be the 19th hole, which I thought was really applicable and right in the lane, right in the wheelhouse of Vegas Golf, the game. And that's what we're doing today. So whereas all those other 18 had like 2 minutes of fame, Wayne and Vegas Golf, the game, they get a full half hour of fame here. And that's what we're doing. So let me pull Wayne up here and we're going to get going. There he is. Wayne, good to see you, man.
Hey, Colin, nice seeing you. Thanks for having me. Yeah, I was wondering what happened.
I love your title there, Gifts for the Naughty Golfers. Yes, I put it in the show notes there of for people on your nice list. But maybe, why exclude the people that are on the naughty list too? Rather than a lump of coal, let's go with Vegas Golf, the game, rather than a lump of coal. Way more fun than a lump of coal, right?
That's right. We got you covered we got the gambling, the smoking, and the drinking, all on the golf course. So we got
so an elf just sent this. I don't know if it was by reindeer or how it arrived, but yes. So this nice little package arrived at my door just the other day. And we've got lots of fun and naughty little gifts here for all the golfers out there and their friends. We're going to run through the gift box that you sent here, Wayne. Oh, I'm sorry. Some elf sent here. Sorry, didn't a spoiler there. Okay, it was Wayne. We'll admit. But also as we get going, this is live and interactive for the next half hour. I see we've had a couple people join us so far. So, hey, on chat here on YouTube, if you got any questions for Wayne or any comments or some holiday cheer, why don't you just put it out there? Like I said, we want to make this as interactive as possible. So now that some people have joined us, let's go with that. But to get started here, Wayne, I have to hear the backstory of the creation, that aha moment for Vegas Golf, the game. How long ago was this? And rather than just having this as a fun idea, you decided, you know what, we're going to turn this into a business. So yeah, put on your entrepreneurship hat, your founder's hat, and tell us how you got started here. And yeah, let us know.
Absolutely, sure. Well, it's a fun story. This goes back probably 20 years ago or so, and maybe more. Give a little background. When my father was alive, at a young age, he taught me how to gamble and golf. And I think gambling came first, then golfing.
All the life skills you need, right?
Oh, absolutely. So we enjoyed sports, golfing, and gambling. So he taught me how to play
poker.
And so we used to meet up. Years later, we used to meet up in Las Vegas. And we used to go into these poker tournaments. And then the next day, we'd go out and hit one or two golf courses. And that was our routine every year. And one day, so after a tournament, I said, let's hold on to some of these chips and for tomorrow. And we went on the golf course, and really we just started trash talking each other. And I said, here, $10. Let's play $10 for this chip. I'll bet you I birdie before you do. And that turned in. And then after that, we'd be like, well, I bet you're going to go in the water. You go in the water all the time. So here's 15. And so that's how we got started. So the whole first night, we just kept coming up with more bets and more bets. So this business was truly born on the golf course. And then after, I don't know, probably 5 or 6 beers, on the back nine. And I finally realized, I'm like, this could be a game. I mean, we were throwing away, our poker chips for betting from the night before.
Right.
I have some graphic design background, so I thought, let's put some artwork, make some funny characters on these chips to represent, your good strokes and your bad strokes. Like a birdie, a little golf ball character with a scuba tank would be going to water, lumberjack for the trees, sand, eagle, one putt. And then, so we're sitting literally at the 19th hole, and having another beer, of course, and then talking about this. And I'm thinking, what in the world do we call this, though? And my dad right away is like, Vegas golf. I'm like, oh, perfect. And that's how it got started. So to give a little background, what the game is, at the time we came out with, it was only 7 chips, and now I have a 12-chip game, a high roller edition 15, a 19, and a 28 chip, if you can believe it or not.
Right.
But the way it works, you have positive chips and negative chips. So your red ones, your birdie, your one putt, your eagle, your closest to the pin. And then you have your negatives, sand, trees, snowman, 3-putt, etc. So you only need 1 game per foursome. And again, you literally play this on the course. So before we tee off, we'll say, hey, let's play Vegas golf and let's make a wager. So let's just say, for example, let's say it's a bucket chip. Some people play for a lot more. So what that means, for every positive chip you receive at the end of 18, you get paid from each player. But for every negative, you have to pay.
Right.
Just to get a real quick example, let's say second hole, I go in the woods. You have the game, which I see you're holding there. But so you would take out
I do.
Comes in a little bag. So you would pull out that tree chip from the little bag and you would throw it to me. So I know I'm on the hook for $1 for each person, unless I get rid of the chip. And the way you do that is really easy. The next time I see any of you guys go in the woods, I'm going to roll up to you and literally throw you the tree chip and say, hey, I'm all cooked, like a hot potato. So once you step off the green, though, it's too late. I can't roll up to the next hole and say, hey, I forgot. You went in the woods last hole. I forgot to give you the tree chip. Too late. You better collect your positives and get rid of your negatives before you step off the green, or you got to wait for the next person to do it.
I love this.
So one of the questions is, but what happens if 2 people birdie the second hole? Well, the first person that birdies is going to be asking for that chip. Say, hey, hand me over the birdie chip. Right? But you had a better approach shot. So you're supposed to putt. Now you putt. Now you get the birdie. Now you say, that didn't last long. Hand it over. Give me that birdie chip. So that's how the chips rotate.
Love this. We're going to take a deeper dive into this. I do notice, hey, we got a lot of people here. We got about 10 people that have joined us here. So I've already typed in just in the chat here on YouTube. Said, hey, you got a question for Wayne? Type away and I will pull it up on screen just like I pulled up my own here. So, hey, if you got any questions here or even any comments, fun golf stories that you have, let's share that. The theme is fun today. We're using the F word. Everything is about fun and golf. So, hey, if you have some fun stories you want to share that I'm happy to read, or questions for Wayne, anything you want to learn about with Vegas Golf, the game, which, by the way, I have included the link to your website down below in the description, in the comments, and we'll also pull up on screen in a minute here. Okay, so let's keep going. I notice you also have this one that's fun. It's one, so you've got a beer game here.
Oh, well,
why don't we jump in here, because we're kind of staying with the chip theme here.
Yes.
So tell us about this one. What's going on with the beer game? How does this work?
Well, I'm glad you pulled that one up, because that beer chip is also included in every single one of our full editions. But it was so popular.
Oh, I see it. Yep.
And that chip is a little different rule, but that is so popular. That's why we package it by itself. Beer chip rule is real simple. Every par 3, whoever has the worst tee shot gets the beer chip.
Right.
If it's in your pocket when that beer cart comes, guess who's buying? So you got to buy a round. Now they say, well, how do I get rid of the chip? Well, you better get to the next par 3 and have a better shot than somebody else, so you can pass that chip along to the next player. And then whoever's holding it, now they have to buy the next round.
I love it. So the drink card is kind of like musical chairs. When the music goes off, who's left standing? It's kind of the same thing there. That the golf or the drink card is the equivalent of the chair.
Absolutely. And then of course, if people say, "Well, I don't drink on the course," okay, well then you make it a beverage chip. So whoever has the worst shot on a par 3 gets the beverage chip, and then they have to buy a round of iced teas or whatever it may be.
Yeah.
So the beer chip is definitely a lot more fun.
Oh, heck yeah. Absolutely.
The,
So run through this again. I think you had mentioned how, and I'm sure you can freestyle this and do whatever you want. There's lots of room for creativity with this too. But you said at the end of the round, when you're meeting at the 19th hole, that you're counting up your chips. Is that at the end? And whoever has the most chips wins or loses, or what do you consider?
No, not the most chips. So, and again, you could play 9 holes, settle up, and then play another 9. So at the end, so let's just say, for example, you end up with 3 positive chips, 3 of the red chips, a birdie, a 1 putt, and an eagle. All right. And you don't have any negative chips. Well, that means you have 3 positive chips. We played a buck a chip. That means each one of us have to owe you $3. So 3,
Right.
6, you're collecting $9. Now, if you had 2 negatives, that would be $2 you would owe each of us. So that's how you settle up. You get paid for every positive chip. You have to pay for every negative chip.
Ah, there you go.
So
That's
always
fun.
a hot potato going on. So you want those positive. So 18th hole, you could literally, say, oh no, I go in the sand trap. Now you got the sand chip. Now I go in the water. Now I 3 putt. Now you have 3 negative chips, and somebody else got rid of them. So you really know it's always changing, always like a hot potato. So a lot of people will play 9 holes and then settle up, and then play it, then the back 9 as well, and start over again.
Got it. Well, you're keeping it nice and simple here. I'll pull up this graphic on screen here. That it's kind of like the holy trinity of golf,
trifecta,
especially in Las Vegas here.
Between
let me get the question off here with chat here to get this. Yes, between the holy trinity of drinking, gambling, and smoking here. So you've got all 3 of those. So we've talked about the gambling part a bit. Which one do you want to? Oh, before we actually go to the next one here, I want to ask this question. So I'm sure you got a million stories here and people that you've converted. I want to hear a story of a friend or someone who was with a group, or you've heard about it in a group that was like all super serious with their golf and this, it's all about my score and I got to focus. And you introduced this and they resisted, but by the end of the round, they were all in and they had a great time. So I want to hear the conversion of the grumpy, hardcore, focused on my score, low handicap golfer who at the end had a big smile on their face because they had some chips and won some bets.
Yes, well, absolutely. We say it levels the playing field for all golfers, because I actually had a friend who was a very serious golfer, very good, but just felt, well, I don't know, I'm going to play this game. I'm sure I'm going to win kind of attitude. But with this, you never know, because you could be the last one that happens to go in the woods, or a 3 putt. You drive the green, good for you, but you're on the fringe and you end up 3 putting anyway. So, and once he started doing that, you realize like, oh boy, I'm actually going to lose. I'm going to owe the most money. And the funniest part was something to go back on. A lot of the chips we come out with, there's literally 50 different chips you can buy as well to add to your game. But a lot of the chip ideas we get from our customers. They'll say, oh, why don't you make it a chip like this, or hit a car path chip, or a lost ball chip. And one of the funny ones we actually, with actually the same buddy of mine, which was quite funny, he was actually in a sand trap. So he gets the sand chip.
Yes.
And we're laughing, and he hit, and he's normally never ever happens, but he hit the lip when he was getting out, and it rolled back into the sand trap. And so all of a sudden we see it again. He got frustrated, hit it, and it happened again. And I said, what, you digging a grave? And we thought, all of a sudden I'm like, oh my God, that's a new chip, grave digger. That's when you're in the sand trap and takes you more than one shot to get out.
Love
so
it.
that's another negative chip. So, so that's, but yeah, those are definitely some funny moments. But
I would have received the grave digger chip when I was in Ireland. One of the courses I was playing Royal Portrush. I got invited to play up there, and with a friend of mine who's luckily is a member there. And I was playing pretty well. I'm a 16 handicap, but I was looking to break 90. I was playing pretty well. 16th hole, par 4. I was in the front of the green, about 20 yards off, and I decided, you know what, I'm going to be smart here. I'm going to putt it. There's a deep bunker on the left side. I'm going to putt to the right side of the green. Actually, be a little conservative, which for me, with my golf game, with kind of lack of course management and ridiculous risk taking, it's like, no, this is the smart thing to do. And Wayne, of course, I put the greens were fast. I putted it too hard, went through the green. I'm like, okay, I'm just on the back, and went in a bunker. And I'm 6'1". I got in the bunker and I disappeared. It took me 4 to get out. Quadruple bogeyed the hole, and that was it for my shot at breaking 90. But I would have got multiple Gravedigger chips on that one.
We only get one, but then we have a you suck, which if you get 3 negative chips in one hole, you also earn the you suck chip.
Well, I am a completionist. I like to collect things, so that would have been very efficient of me to collect multiple chips within about 10 minutes.
Absolutely. One thing I'd like to add to the game for anybody that's has any golf tournaments or out there, the way we got started as is trying to get into retail. Of course, you have to retail package it and all that. And a lot of the golf retailers, just the small pro shops were honestly just harder to sell. The big guys were easier to sell.
Yeah.
What we decided to do is approach all the people that have golf tournaments, whether it was Schwab or Chevy, whoever it may be. And I would approach them with the game and say, look, on one side of the chip, we'll keep our logo because that's the game. But on the other side, we'll put your logo on it. So instead of giving away a golf ball, which most people probably lose in the first 2 holes anyways,
right?
Or another golf towel or a visor they may not wear. They use that. So it was engaging. People were having fun. They were betting. Sometimes they would even donate the negative chips to the charity they were there to help. So it was
nice.
A fundraiser. And then the most important thing is that product, Vegas Golf, they still have it to this day because they use it every time they go out and play golf. So the longevity of the product. And that's really how, for entrepreneurs out there, think outside the box. And that's what I did. I thought, let's logo it and go after tournaments. And then the tournaments, funny enough, they would come back in and say, I got to get one for my friend. They go to the pro shop. They just had a tournament and say, hey, I need to buy one of these Vegas Golf games. They're like, we never heard of it. What is it? And then they show them a box. They call me, get on the website and say, hey, we want to order some for our shop. So you got to think outside the box. And that's how the retail developed, is really from doing the tournaments to the pro shops to the big retailers.
See, I love what you're doing as an entrepreneur, and so many founders that I know, both in golf and outside of golf in the startup space, they think they've got all the answers and people just don't get it yet or whatever that would be. And you're doing 2 great things here. Yeah, you're thinking outside the box. You're seeing where opportunities are. You're listening to what people want. You're meeting them where they're at. And also, like you said, you're listening to the customer feedback. People say, make a chip like this, because that's what people want, and you're doing it. So that whole engagement of your community, that only amplifies that network effect of then, like, I can just imagine if you create a chip for someone that they suggest, they're telling all their friends this, and then they're buying sets and more, like, so it just expands and expands because you're doing the right thing. You're engaging them, you're empowering them, and they're proud of that. I'm sure you get lots of positive feedback, I would imagine.
No, Colin, you hit it right on the head. It's a viral product. And when they come up with a chip, and I would say 8 out of 10 chips that our customers ask us for, we come up with the funny graphic. They're all 8 out of 10 are successful. We only had 2 out of those, 20% that it doesn't really work, but 8 out of 10 work. So we listen. And then every time somebody plays a game, so next week when they go and play that game, odds are they're introducing 2 to 3 new people that never played it, and then they play it, and then they want to go to the pro shop and buy one, or they can go to our website and buy one as well. So you're right; it's a viral product, and I contribute that to the success of Vegas Golf.
Nice. Okay, so yes, of this trifecta here, the three legs to the Vegas Golf, the game stool, of course, between gambling, drinking, and smoking. So I've got lots of good things here. You tell me, you guide me. I got a full box full of treats here. What should I pull up next year? What should we talk about?
Well, let's see. We talked about the beer chips. Why don't we? I'm not sure if you have the beer towel, the Need Beer golf towel.
Oh yeah, hold on. Let me dig into my box of treats here.
Now that's important because whoever has the beer chip.
All right, tell us what's going on.
So if you get the Vegas Golf game, it has the beer chip in it, but we also give you a free one with the Need Beer golf towel. And of course, your foursome's always going to have that on the golf cart because somebody's always going to be on the hook for a free round of drinks.
Yes.
So it says Need Beer, and of course, in the back 9, you can flip it over and put Need More Beer. So the beverage cart knows to come and get your order.
All right, gonna bust it out here. Here we go.
There you go. There's a carabiner. You can click.
There it is.
Right over.
Need beer.
Right over the golf cart.
Need more.
So a funny story with that beer chip. We had a buddy of ours that he got the beer chip, and then the beer cart comes, and he buys around for us. So my other friend gave the car girl, he's like, hey, here's $10. Please just drive maybe 30 yards up, stop, and turn around and come back. Because he's still holding the beer chip. Just stop there and come back. So I think we got 3 rounds out of it.
Nice.
But that's the beer towel. So that comes with the free beer chip as well.
Love this. Well, this is definitely going in my bag here because there we go. Even though I'm playing virtual golf right now, but I'll take it there because I could just walk by. I could just wave this, and maybe the bartender at our virtual golf club will then come over. So this works indoors and outdoors.
Well, you know what's funny that you say that, simulation golf. We have customers that say, well, it's too cold. We have snow on the ground, but we play Vegas, the chip game on our simulators or, even on a video game because you go in the sand. So when you're playing a simulator, your ball still goes in the water. Your ball still goes in the sand. They still have 1 putt. They still 3 putts. So they're breaking up the biggest golf game in the golf simulator. And exchanging the chips, which is
there's no reason to prevent you from playing in a virtual situation. It doesn't have to be the green grass experience. Yes, I think all these chips most of them would certainly work. I think all of them would work. Why not?
Absolutely, no question.
Love that.
No question
that.
about it.
All right, so here's the beer towel. I still have
how about the flask?
Lots of goodies here. What do you want to look at next?
We're still on a drinking theme. How about the flask? The golf ball flask.
Oh, yeah. All right. Yes, I haven't busted this out yet. So here we go. Well, here, I'll bring this in close. I know we got
that
a
is
little
actually made from
here. So let me take
authentic golf balls.
Take this bad boy out of here. So we got the flask. Oh, there we go. Because as you need,
you have a little bottle
of scotch up here. That would have been very nice for this. Okay, just hang tight for a second. All right. There. Oh, I love this.
And that's shot of the day. Attach it to your golf ball, and it says "best shot of the day," and that holds 2 ounces of your favorite beverage.
Attaches very nicely to your power cart, your pull cart, your carry bag, whatever you need. You've got this. And obviously, screw off the top here. There you go. I'll do the demo. Obviously in there, nice and easy. Glug glug glug, and off you go. I like that. Well, especially on these cold, rainy golf days in Vancouver, for me, you need a little bit of, sometimes a protein bar just doesn't quite do it out there. You need something to warm you up, warm your cockles. Is that even a thing anymore? Can we say that anymore? You need some cockle warming out there. So this is perfect for that.
And then I don't know if should be a chip in there too. Of course, we include a poker chip.
You get a little bit of birdie juice here, right?
Ball marker, or you can use it as a game. And of course, guess what it says? Best shot of the day.
There we go.
Love it. Perfect. So that comes with it as well.
All right, there it is. All right, that's going to be attached to my bag. The towel's going on my bag. Jeez, Christmas has come early for me here, Wayne. This is good stuff.
You gotta have a lot of laughs.
All right, I got a few more things here. So what should we go through next? I see we got some teas and we've got something. And I mentioned this before we started. When I was in Las Vegas playing in the Vegas Baby Invitational Pro-Am, which I will make that introduction because this seems like a marriage made in heaven for them. They've done that for 24 years. Had the founder and the organizer of the Vegas Baby Invitational, Scott Kolb, on the show a couple of weeks ago before he went down there, and I will make that intro. This seems like a no-brainer slam dunk for them. And I had mentioned that in my group of we had 5, we had 4 amateurs, myself as a 16 handicap. Obviously, I was one of the AMs, but we also had a pro, and no one was drinking. But they were all they all love to do the wake and bake. Everybody out there, I think for all 18 holes, both days, the smell of weed was just permeating our golf carts there. So they certainly enjoyed that. So why don't we use that as a segue to talk about your next product for someone that maybe doesn't drink, or maybe they like to do they got 2 free hands. They like to have something in each one of them.
Absolutely. Well, that comes with our 420. So everybody knows the term 420, but we spell it FORE 20. And that's made from an authentic golf ball. And that is, and then of course, what's the logo on the side says best hit of the day. That's our logo on the side. And there you go. That's best hit of the day. And that comes also with the best hit of the day poker chip as well. So and then that just screws off. You put what you want in it, smoke it, and I'm telling you, it is absolutely very functional. Everybody that's a connoisseur in that area says it is absolutely perfect. One of the best smoking pipes they've had.
That's so much fun. And I guess with golf courses over the years that everyone's letting their hair down now. Like even a couple of years ago, it's like, smoking weed in a golf course. I know now it's become legal pretty much everywhere over the last 5, 6, 7 years. That's certainly helped the situation. But I guess now most golf courses, this is not a problem. This is just the same as just sipping on a beer in your golf cart.
Absolutely. No question about it. No question about it. So you got the flask in one hand and you have the 420 pipe in the other.
There you go. Like I said,
can't get any more fun.
You've got all your food groups there, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Good stuff.
And then with the smoking, we could jump on the stogie holder.
There we go. Yeah, love this one too. I have the occasional cigar out on the golf course. So let's pull back up here. Well, you know what? I think it's pretty self-explanatory here. We don't need to pull up an image. I think people are smart enough here, our viewers, they know what's going on. So obviously you just stick the tee in the ground, obviously, where you're on the tee box or just out there in the fairway or by the green. And obviously, doink, I don't have one here. I had a stogie here, but I smoked it. So I don't have a prop here today. So we have to use our imagination. So it goes in there. But there's also another nice little way to use the stogie holder, isn't there? Or I guess 2 ways you can use it, right? So you got this way, and tell us about the other way and I'll demonstrate.
Sure. So that tee right there, you can unscrew it.
Yep, there we go. Nice and easy.
It comes packaged with a very strong magnet. And that magnet,
which I put on the side here of my microphone. So I got to treat that as if it is it's a golf cart.
The rail of the golf cart. And
there we go. Let me give me a second here. Just need to
that screws on instead of the golf tee, so you can put it in the ground.
Bad boy,
put it in your tee holder if you want, and the golf cart, or you could also put it on.
Well, the magnet is so strong, it's not letting me screw it in. That's a testament to how strong your magnet is there.
Oh, it is. You can put it on a.
Yeah, there we go. Okay,
on your boat, whatever it may be.
Just screw that in like that. Bam! There it is. Look at that.
That's it.
That's not going anywhere.
No. And so there's multiple uses for that. It has a little pin inside to keep your cigar.
Yeah, I can see that goes right on there. Bam.
And that's a stogie holder. And that, I don't know if you have the packaging there, but the packaging also comes with.
Let's pull that up.
Oh, there you go. And that, of course, comes with our infamous beer chip, the drinking chip. So you can have a cigar and still play the beer chip game on the golf course as well.
There you go. Good stuff.
And then keeping along with the smoking theme, the newest product are our cigarette golf tees.
So these are,
it's not just because the tee looks like a cigarette. Most importantly, we package it in a real cigarette box.
I see that. And let me just open this up here.
Yeah, that's pretty.
Oh, that one's got the tape on it. I've got one that has the tape off it here. Just make my life easier.
There you go. And then that also comes with the poker chip drinking game as well.
I can hear it inside. Yeah, there we go.
So it's just a funny novelty gift. I don't know if you would like to read the warning, but
I actually did. I love so who's your head writer? Is that all you that comes up with all these awesome, funny?
I'm jack of all trades. Yeah,
you graphics, writer, you clean the toilets there. You do it all.
Yeah.
I love this. Golfer warning: playing golf may cause stress, anxiety, physical and mental pain. Side effects may include club throwing, excessive swearing, and the deterioration of relationships. That is so good. I love your health warning there.
That's your Surgeon General warning.
I love these. These are so good. So hey, we've got the whole package here. So why don't we spend a minute or two talking about the how people can order things. Of course, I've got the website up there. I've left it up there, make it nice and easy. As I mentioned earlier too, that in the description, we've got the link there. So you can go click on Vegas Golf, the game. But why don't you talk about if people just want to buy one or they want to buy a gift package? I don't know if you've got any holiday specials. We didn't talk about it. I don't know if there's going to be a ModGolf promo code that we can
absolutely. They could go to vegasgolfgame.com.
Yep.
And when they check out, use promo code ModGolf. And you'll get 15% off any order. Any order over $20 is free shipping. So you're already getting free shipping. We don't rate people with shipping. It's literally free shipping. And most of those products you saw today are under $20, $25.
Yeah.
So it's a no-brainer. They're perfect stocking stuffers. And I would suggest go with the trifecta package. You can get all 3 or 4 items, and we even give you an additional discount on top of that.
Nice.
On top of your 15% ModGolf discount.
15%. I will include that in the description. I'll include that, and also in the notes in the comments, I'll include that also to make it nice and easy for all of our viewers here, not only joining us live here today, but I know afterwards we get a big bump here. Lots of people watching up into the holiday season. And this is the 8th of December. We're recording this, Wayne. And so that means Christmas is really only 2 weeks and change away. Hard to believe how time flies here. 17 days away. So what are you finding right now? If they want this to arrive in time to stuff a stocking or slide under a tree, what's kind of that cutoff date that you need for shipping in North America to make sure it arrives at the doorstep?
The 20th.
The 20th.
We'll get it there. We'll get it there. So the 20th, no problem. And we ship the same day. So if you place your order today, it'll go out this afternoon by 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Then it'll ship out the very next day. So
awesome. I will make sure to include that detail in the show notes also for people. And we'll also be promoting this because I love this. Once again, got to have more fun at golf. You know, golf is hard.
Absolutely.
Life is hard. Don't make life more harder than it needs to be. It's like, as I made the joke before, it's like, if it's going to be that hard, why don't you just like take $100 or $200 or whatever your green fee is going to be, step out your front door, light it on fire, and then go back in the house and go back to bed. You'll save yourself 6 hours and you won't be as frustrated and you'll spend just as much. So
you got to have fun. You got to have fun.
Time with your friends.
Have a smoke, have a drink, and relax, right? Enjoy a little more. And if I may, if you're the golf shops, if you're in Canada, Golf Town, you go to any golf town, they carry our complete product line.
Well, there you go. Okay.
You got your Edwin Watts, your Roger Dunn's, your Vans, your Golf for Warehouse. They carry most of the products as well. And again, if not, just go to vegasgolfgame.com and enter ModGolf for your 50% off discount. And for any golf tournament out there, every product you just saw, we can customize it. So everything is fully customizable with your company name or tournament name and logo. Literally every single product.
There we go. Well, I will keep my promise to you. The offer I made, I will introduce you to Scott with the Vegas Baby Pro-Am Invitational because, like I said, I think it's a slam dunk. So that'll let you work your sales and marketing magic to then convert Scott from being an awesome guy into a customer. There you go.
I appreciate it. Thank you. Let me go pack some orders.
Absolutely. All right. So once again, ModGolf promo code 15% off. Orders $20 or more with Vegas Golf the Game. You have until December 20th to order to make sure it arrives before Christmas Day. And there we have it. So, Wayne, thanks for sharing your story. I love your energy. This is like
well, thank you, Colin. I appreciate it. You get all the great questions.
Well, we got to spend some time together. I'd love to get on the golf course with you and have some fun. It's all about shits and giggles sometimes, and enjoying yourself with your friends and giving each other a hard time. If you can't be chirping at your friends, who are you going to be chirping at, right?
Yeah, we're known for trash talking. So, but yeah, I look forward to getting with you. Maybe you can help me do some research and development on that flask and the pipe, maybe.
I'm for it. I'm all in. I'm all in. And
right.
You know what? My skin is thick enough. I can take some chirping and I can chirp back too. So
right.
It's all in good fun is what we do. All right. With that, Wayne, once again, president and founder and apparently creator, writer, graphics department, the everything for Vegas Golf the Game. Merry Christmas. And thanks for sending this package. And again, I encourage all of our viewers here, you need a present here for yourself. I don't know about you, Wayne, as we finish here, but when I go Christmas shopping, maybe I'm just very self-absorbed. Maybe I don't shop enough during the year. I find I end up buying more presents for myself during the holiday season than I buy for other people.
That's okay.
You're not complaining about that. So, hey,
nope.
Everybody out there, you're worth it. You're worth a gift. So consider Vegas the Golf Game as a gift for yourself and all your golf-loving friends. There we go. Wayne, again, thanks so much for joining me today on ModGolf Live. And hopefully we see each other in person very soon and get on the course and have some fun.
We'll absolutely do it. Thank you. Happy holidays.
Right. Have a great day. Bye for now.
Bye-bye.